Hi, we're Vince and Angela, Fitting and Adventure, and today we're doing something a little bit different than we normally do. We normally bring you historical sites and guides of what to do in different places, but we got the opportunity to tour a very unique new RV.
Yeah.
So we took that opportunity and thought that our RV audience would like to see it too. It's all electric, called the Lightship.
Yes.
And it was definitely unique.
Yes, it was definitely unique. It was really nice. We have a couple little concerns, I guess you could say, over it.
So overall, the styling
Yes.
is very nice, very Airstream-like, I would say.
Yes.
You know, and just the clean lines and simple. There's no TVs in them. That's something they did on purpose. But just clean lines, simple, back bath.
Windows all around, and I've heard them called atrium windows. I don't know if that's what you call them, but you know, they're the ones that are up a little higher and kind of angled at maybe call it a 45-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason they didn't put any TVs in it, so that outside is what you see.
Yeah.
There is one guy, he pulls down one of the shades. I think he got like the first prototype there was, and he has a projector that he shines on there, but it's nice because then when he's not watching it, clear view of the outside.
So would tow like a dream because the top comes down, and so I think they said it's a little over 6 feet tall when it tows. So it would tow like a dream because no backup cameras needed. You're just looking over it from your truck. They're towing it with an electric truck right now and getting full range because the trailer itself has a truck motor in it that assists. He described it like a pedal assist on an electric bike. Mm-hmm. So it's not driving it, but it's assisting. And they have a patented hitch that... Sorry. Our puppy
when you travel with dogs, sometimes they bark.
Loki, enough. So, and the hitch is a patented hitch that can detect how much pull is on, so it tells it when to kick in. So there's a lot of electronics in it, which would definitely be a concern of mine. I'm not an early tech adopter, though. I will tell you that right now. Like, it's like everybody else figure it out and I'll buy it when it's proven. But it is very interesting, all the tech that they're using. Yeah.
So it has, I believe it's 800 watts of solar on top. It's a 77 kilowatt hour battery. The tongue weight is 800 pounds. With a gross vehicle weight of just over 8,300 pounds. So you're going to need something kind of big to tow it. But you're not looking at your 3,500, your 350, your dually type of truck. But it is heavy. And I'm sure the majority of that weight comes from that battery. So
a couple of the concerns that I would have is, first of all, like I said, I am not an early tech adopter, so... Like, there's going to be people out there that's like, oh, that's not a big deal, and you take chances all the time. But the up-down, they did test that out a lot through their factory. I think he said they're on 10,000 cycles now, and the hydraulics are still going and everything. But we've all been in that situation if you've been RVing for any length of time whatsoever where your slide just doesn't go in. Regular slides have a manual override where you get help from the campground and push it in. But I don't know if you can just tow with it up. In that case, I don't know where you'd be if you were out somewhere and it got stuck up, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nobody can make these things that don't break, so it's going to happen.
And they didn't mention, and we forgot to ask, if there is a manual override. So if that did happen, they just kind of mentioned that at 10,000 cycles it hasn't happened yet, but nothing always waits till that 10,001st cycle to break. I mean,
and maybe there's
break.
just a crank or something, I don't know, but that would be something I definitely want to look into. The other thing is the tire blowing. There is a lot of already fiberglass. There's a fiberglass panel when it's up that goes over the tires, and then as it goes down, then the whole body of your RV is against that tire too. So,
which is also the interior of your RV.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've all seen personally or in photos of the damage that a tire blowing can do on a regular fifth wheel or travel trailer. I don't know what would happen on that one.
It would make me really nervous.
It would be a lot more damage, though, because you'd have it all up and down that part of the RV at the very least. So, those would be some of my concerns, but definitely it's interesting to see where the future is going with RVs and those electric RVs that are coming out. There's a couple of different brands. There's this one, Lightship. I've also seen a Pebble brand. And then I've heard that Airstream is coming out with something too. So I don't know if that's true or not. It was kind of heard through the grapevine, and I don't know if anything's out on it yet or not. But definitely with cars going there, RVs are going to go there too. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but...
Yeah. I like the floor plan though. The floor plan was nice. Very open, a lot of counter space and all that. But we told you our concerns. Just we'll see.
They did a really good job at keeping storage for not having any upper storage right now. They have bins that they say are going to be able to go into the channels, but no upper storage because it has to come down. So it was interesting though. We'll be back to our normal content next week with Salem, and we visited Salem in fall. So hope to see you there if we don't see you on the road first.